What's up, guys, and welcome back to the final week of Sith September, and today I have for you Papa Palpatine. Well, the Sith Eternal version that somehow came back. Yeah, I'm sure the extended universe is going to answer it someday, but as someone who actually likes The Rise of Skywalker, even I can't defend that plot point. Even though it actually was originally part of the plan of the trilogy from the very beginning, but that's an aside. This version of Papa Palpatine comes from Engineerio and is actually one of 3 different versions that they offer. They have the brown-robed Revenge of the Sith version, then they have 2 versions of this, one with long sleeves which was unfortunately sold out, so I got this one. And you know what's really weird is that I wonder how many people are going to realize that Palpatine actually did wear red during the movie. I mean, most of the scenes with him were pretty dark, and he actually starts wearing full black at the beginning of the movie anyway, so when I saw this, I had to go back and look to see how accurate it was. And yeah, it's decently accurate. Now, on the other side of this, though, is the fact that there's just not much to this minifigure at all. Literally, what you see on the front here is it. There is absolutely nothing on the sides or backs or anything like that. It's just this. However, I also did want to mention really quick that I do like the use of the dress piece for the bottom to represent the robes. I've seen other minifigures just give him normal leg pieces, which isn't bad, but I think this is just a little more accurate. The Dutch angle torso here is still pretty simple on its own though, but that's more because of the design of Palpatine than anything from Engineerio. You can clearly see the distinct red layers underneath the robe, there's also some like curls in the fabric, and of course his belt, which is pretty accurate to what we see on screen as well. There's really not much to say about this one. Except while I'm here, I do want to mention the white hand. I feel like that's a really weird choice. I would have just gone with like gray or something, as I think that would have been a better choice. In part because the head that accompanies this is that like dark sickly gray with the Sith eyes and this angry looking face. I don't think that this is a bad face by any means. I actually think that this looks and is really well done. But I don't really get the Sith Eternal Papa Palpatine vibes off of this. To me, this is more akin to what we see in the Clone Wars than what we see when he's barely holding on to life. Now, about a year ago or so, I did buy this knockoff version of Sith Eternal Palpatine, which I think is okay. For the most part, I mean, it's not really like my favorite by any means. There's a lot more depth and texture to the robes. I think it's a little more accurate to what we actually see on screen. But again, I would have gone with the dress legs instead of the normal pant legs there. There's also an actual cape for him this time. But the really big difference for me is the head here, because that is way more what we see on screen for Papa Palpatine than the Engineerio version. This is actually slightly terrifying and much darker, literally like what we see in the movie. Overall, I don't think this is a bad minifigure by any means. It just definitely wouldn't be my first choice if you're looking to get something from Engineerio or a custom Sith. Especially when you consider that this was a $27 purchase, and I feel like I can get much more for my money at other places. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Oh, and next month is one of my favorites. We're going to be looking at spooky minifigures. And for the first hints of Spooky Month, what's your favorite scary movie? If you know, you know. Leave your guesses in the comments down below. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and consider checking me out on Instagram, Discord, and of course on Patreon, where I'm still updating. I'm sorry I do these weeks in advance. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.